Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to New Start Monday. It's Monday. It's cast on day. It's voting day. It is podcast day. It is all the fun things day. Hope everybody's had a great start to their week. I've had a great Monday. I have to say, it's been a great Monday. And here we are. We get to chat. We're going to talk voting. We're going to talk a finished project. Can you guys guess what my finish is? And what I've got progress on a couple of other things. We'll do a quick little whiteboard recap, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about crochet at the end. Hello, everybody. Hi, Susie, Susanna, who, Nikki, Liz, Diane T, Diane said, Susanna. Oh, is Jocelyn and Jocelyn's here as well. So, hey, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab some knitting, grab some crochet, get comfy. We're going to chat for the next hour. So, let's start off, as always, what you were voting for. So, it was Monday, and it was a Monday. It was also the very first Monday of April. And in the past, I have planned a sweater project the first week of the month. So I took a look on Ravelry and what could I find? And I found these two. Okay. Can you see from here? So this was my post that I did. And this was, okay, I'm going to do this hold backwards. This was left. This was right. This one is, how do we say that? Haruno? Haruno. Haruno? It's a cardigan. It's DK weight. It looks super cute. Look, there's a little kind of lacy ribbed pattern on the bottom. It looks like an asymmetrical, like the bottom looks like it flares out a lot. Like it looks, I like the shape of it. I think it would fit really, really nice. And it's a cardigan, not a pullover. So it's a lot easier for me to take on and off if I need to. But having said that, ranunculus was my other choice. So there was a lot of comments. Well, let's see, how many votes were there? I think there was 126 votes today between these two really cute sweaters. And there was a lot of comments for both sweaters basically saying the same thing. There were, well, let's see. First there was some comments saying they were they liked knitting cardigans better, so they voted for the cardigan. There were I think there was some comments saying the cardigan would be more wearable, but then there was also some comments saying the ranunculus, lightweight in fingering weight, you know, perfect, perfect summer top, lightweight, lacy. It would be cool to wear. I think was it Diane who said, "Have you not knit one?" Hold on for a sec. My hair is driving me crazy. You know what? Okay. I think, oh well, anyways. Okay. I don't know if that's any better. Note to self. Next week, look in the mirror before I go live. Anyways, back to knitting. Diane had said, Louise, have you not knit a ranunculus? No, I have not knit a ranunculus. I did cast one on last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. You guys, we were voting for, I don't know if I gave you the yarn because I think I had picked ranunculus. And anyways, it kind of got lost in the shuffle, and I did not get it finished. Oh, Louise, you haven't knit one either? And Diane says, yes, that was me. No, I have not knit one. I have looked at it. Cheryl has knit one, and it is gorgeous. She did a long sleeve version. And when she was knitting it, I think that's what inspired me to be like, oh, I really need to do this. But there's always so many other pretty things that I have never finished. Well, no, I have technically started one, but I have never finished one. I've never got to the lace. I've, like, done the collar. Anyways, I just started it. So anyways, we're starting from scratch. Oh, Alice hasn't knit one, Louise hasn't knit one, I haven't knit one. Hi, Cindy. These were the 2 options. The yellow one was on the left, Haruno cardigan, and the ranunculus. Because the ranunculus just looks so lacy and flowy and just looks like it would be fun to wear. And no, I haven't knit one. I mean, practically everybody has knit one. So I think that's what Diane was saying. She's like, "Girl, if you haven't knit one, you need to knit one." But then somebody else, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, their comment was the opposite. They're like, "Oh my gosh, we have seen literally thousands of ranunculus. Do the other one. Do something different." So, oh, Susanna hasn't knit a ranunculus. So see, even though it seems like practically everybody has knit one, there is still a handful of us, probably a good number of us, that have not knit it yet. So, anyways, I was really torn because, yeah, I have always liked the ranunculus, and that's somebody else had said, I think somebody had said, "Well, don't do the ranunculus because, everybody else has done it." But then somebody else said, "Well, do the ranunculus because obviously it's a fantastic pattern because so many people have knit it." So, I don't know. It's hard to know, right? Which way do you go? Liz hasn't knit a ranunculus. Oh, I don't intend to, Liz. You are too funny. Um, oh, Cindy, you learned new stitches? That's funny. Oh, the ranunculus is fun to knit. Oh, and you learn new stitches knitting it? See? Isn't that an extra bonus, right? Oh, see? Okay, so Louise is saying she hasn't knit a love note either because cardigans are her jam. I know, and typically, I usually always wear cardigans because they are very versatile. You can put them on, you can put them off, you can it's just, it's so much easier. Kim, Kim, you have no intention of knitting one either? Okay, well now my fear of missing out is diminishing a little bit. I thought I was like the last knitter in the whole entire universe to not cast one off. It is too popular, Liz says. There you go. But Diane says. Anyways, Susie, Nikki, what about the pattern you made? Do you want to knit it? Oh, and you want to knit it twice? Oh, I must have missed that. Hi, Nicole. Nicole says I would knit a ranunculus. You would Cindy said oh, yeah, Cindy said she did. Alice says she hasn't. Okay. Yeah, I know. See, this is a hot topic. Do you knit a ranunculus? Have you knit one? Would you? Do you go with the super popular, or do you do something different? It was like last year when we went to Knit City, Toronto, there is okay, I was gonna say a bazillion. Okay, so that was exaggeration, but 10, 12. I mean, I guess that doesn't seem like a lot out of the hundreds of people that were there, but probably as we were walking down the aisles, it's like, "Oh, there's an anchor." The anchor shirt, the anchor tee, one again that I cast on because that's how I recognize it. I like, "I have that on the needles," but it was like, "There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's another." But how often are you in such a big room filled with knitters? And in that case, maybe it's okay to be wearing the same thing because everybody has the love of the same pattern. I mean, it's not like you're gonna go to the movies, to the grocery store, and there'd be 3 other people wearing a ranunculus, right? I would actually love it if that happened because that would be a good sign for knitting. But anyways, oh, Nikki says you've knit too. Is that ranunculus? So I don't know. Like, I think I would go either. The fact that it's super popular doesn't bother me. I would still knit it because I really, really like how I think I would enjoy wearing it. Does that make sense? Anyways, there's lots of comments about that. So, anyways, there was a couple comments, I think, saying that the cardigan would probably be a faster knit, but then there was other comments saying the ranunculus was, like, super quick and fast knit. So, I don't know which one would be faster for me. Um, let's see. Jocelyn says, "I have knitted rankless and I don't want to." And you've never done a love note. So see, I am not the last one, even if it takes more time. Okay. Hi, Diane T. I wore my Yumi sweater to Wolfest 2023, and everyone kept pointing it and naming my top in and out of town. But see, and that's kind of fun when you're with knitters and people recognize what you're wearing, then you know with you're with your people, right? And it's not like the same thing like when you're at like your graduation, a grade 12 graduation, and you show up in the same dress as somebody else, like then that's not fun. But if you're at a knitting show and you're wearing the same thing and everybody's oohing and eyeing over your sweater, that is kind of cool. So, anyways, um, oh, Nikki says I want to make it again because of the updates. Is that to the ranunculus? The ranunculus, because there's like literally, like what did it say? 45 centimeters of ease. Which what does that work into or into inches? Like 20 inches? Like almost like a bazillion inches of ease. Like fit is not a super big problem with this because it is supposed to be so oversized and boxy that if it ends up a little smaller, a little bigger, you're still in the range somewhere. Um, okay, yeah, Nikki says yes, the ranunculus. See, there's a good, and when people want to knit the same project over and over again, I mean, that's a pretty good testimonial for the pattern, isn't it? Anyways, it's going to see. Um, I have a flower book. Is Dawn in the chat tonight? I'm not sure if I've seen her in here or not. We had our crochet call yesterday, but that's another story. But I have a book in here, Crocheted Flowers. Anyways, I was looking for Ravelry, got distracted. Where's Ravelry? Um, anyways, back to the voting. There was, what did I say? 126 votes, and it was not super, super, super close today, you guys. It was what, 60% of the votes went to the winning sweater. And I'll have to look that one up. Oh, she's at work tonight. Okay. Well, you'll have to let her know she's got me thinking about buying a crochet book. I am looking. Okay, let me go back here. Okay. So this one, so out of our two sweaters here, 60% of the votes went to the winning sweater. And the sweater that's going to get cast on this week is Liz is giving us the drum roll. And oh, Amber says if I had voted, it would have been for the cardigan. Well, everybody, the winning sweater with 60% of the votes is the Haruno, the cardigan. Um, anyways, okay. Anyways, the cardigan. Sorry, I'm just getting messages here. The cardigan. So Cindy said you like the cardi. Liz is happy. Donna says yay. Jocelyn says heck yeah. Well, I know 60%. Now, Dawn and Diane, I know you two voted the wrong way. Diane says boo. You voted ranunculus. Yes, because you were like, you need to knit it because I am like one of the only people in the world that haven't. I know, but it's not. It is the Haruno. So it is DK weight, which I might have to do a little bit of, no, I don't. I think I have some, I might have the perfect yarn. I might have, okay, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of looking because I hadn't looked for yarn at all for this project. Because I wasn't sure which one was gonna win. I guess I was kind of thinking ranunculus because I did have some fingering weight yarn that I thought I had enough yardage for to do the ranunculus, but the cardigan, I'm gonna have to do some looking. Hmm. I have except this won't work for the color work. I'm just looking because my DK stash is kind of right here. And but I like self-striping. That's not gonna do. I need a solid, don't I? All right, well, we'll see. I'm gonna have to take a little look and see what I can find. Oh, Susanna. Okay, we will chat with you later. Go have a nap. Sport weight, perfect too. Still beautiful, Nikki says. Nikki, yes, Nikki, you were voting ranunculus too, weren't you? Anyways, I was trying to do a quick look here for, let me see, give you a little more info on the winning sweater. I think it's going to be fun. Let me do this again. I must have mistyped something in Ravelry. Dun, dun, dun. I should have just have a permanent login to Ravelry. Okay, let me see if I can find patterns. I remember this was saying, okay, Haruno cardigan. Haruno? Do you think that I'm guessing that's how it has to be pronounced. There, it is a paid for pattern. It's $7 US. I'm going to, oh, there's a little bit more of a look of the lace and a nice horse. What else? There's 26 pictures. Is there anything else? Don't think I looked at too much. Oh, that looks pretty. Look at that detail. Okay, definitely don't need self-striping for that. I mean, self-striping would look nice maybe if you didn't do the detail, if you just knit the pattern still with like that ribbing. Looks ribbing, doesn't it? Just did away with the actual like twisted stitches and lace, or maybe it's just decreases in the lace. Anyways, I think there's could be some options. Oh my gosh, look at this. Like, look at, I just love the bottom of that sweater. The shape of it looks so fun. That's just more detail, more detail, more detail. The yellow looks pretty though. Anyways, so lots of pictures. And what does it say? Sweater cardigan. It was just published in the last couple of days. April 2025. It's the uncommon thread and everyday sport. I don't Does that sound familiar to anybody? So it says yarn weight is calling for sport weight. 22 stitches over 4 inches. Needle size, a 4 millimeter, 4.5 millimeter, or a US 6 and US 7. Yardage is a lot. I mean, there's 9 sizes. So it goes up. The largest size is using 2,200 yards, 2,045 meters. Yep, so 9 sizes. It's in English and Japanese. It says there's I-cord, in the round, lace, ribbed, short rows, top down, twisted stitch. Oh, it is twisted stitches. Let's see. What does it say? It's giving you all of the sizes. Oh, is it knit and piece? What does that make? Okay, anyways. Suggested ease. Oh, so not a whole lot of ease. 2 3/4 to 4 inches of positive ease. It's shown in the smallest size with 4 1/4 inches of positive ease. Needles, it says circular needles, 24 inches or longer. Adjust needle size, obviously, to get your gauge. Gauge after blocking notions, it's waste yarn. Stitch markers, tapestry needles. Oh, okay, so Haruno is Springfield in Japanese. A cardigan is a raglan jacket worn or worked from the top down. The yoke is worked back and forth with raglan increases to the underarm. Then the back is worked longer than the front using German short rows. And and a decorative braid is added. The number of stitches is then increased in one go to knit a lace pattern to the hem. The sleeves set aside at the underarm are worked top down in the round. The cuffs are bind off, oh, adding a chain looking like a braid. Interesting. Um, okay. Well, that sounds fun. It's already in 204 Qs. So there you go. If you're interested, go take a peek at it. And, I think somebody I think said they had already bought the pattern or they put it in their kind of in their wish list as well. So that's the project. I just need to find some yarn. I really like it in yellow. I'm almost thinking orange maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see about that. Anyways, yes, the cardigan does sound nice, and I like the braid that's on there. I think that'll be fun. Okay, let's do a little quick recap of what else I knit. Oh, Liz, you're having tech problems. That is always unfortunate. Well, you guys, we're gonna start off with a finish here. My never-ending dishcloth is done. Is done. There we go. I was kinda, like, looking at it like, "Okay." Might a little block. The cast off edge maybe looks a little wonky, but that's alright. Look at how gorgeous that looks. So my Entrelac dishcloth that I started, um, mid-February is now done in April. But knitting is not a race, and I enjoyed every week of knitting on this. It really did take me about 1 week for every every row. But it is done. I did the triangles up top here to finish it off. So you just knit the triangles that cast off as you go, so there's no solid cast off. You just knit your triangles, pick up stitches. So those little, um, blue side triangles. Yeah, it was lots of fun. I did turn this project back and forth every 6 stitches as I was knitting every one of these rectangles. I did not knit backwards on this one. I started out knitting backwards, and then I just, like, it was I don't know, it did not bother me to turn it every 6 stitches. If it had been a blanket, that would have been different, but just for this small project, I was more than happy to just knit and purl on it. So anyways, done, done, done. But, Entrelac is a great project if you want to knit backwards, and just so you don't have to turn your work all the time. So it is done. So I think this brings me up to I just did a quick count, and I think last week's project when I counted on here, I got 19 projects, but I'm not so sure if that is right or not. Anyways, if it's right, I think this is my ninth finished project, so it's 9 out of 19, which I guess that's not too bad. Not bad. I'm trying to keep it at 50%, so I guess I'm right about there. So this is done. One more dishcloth. I think this is my only dishcloth, but another finish. It's super cute. I like the colors. It was just 2 balls of cotton, dishcloth cotton that I had in my stash, a blue and a green. There was no ball bands on there. I think they were probably like a sugar and cream. Anyways, they were really fun, and the entrelac was really fun, and it's definitely something that I would pick up and do another project in. Like, I would do a blanket in that, I would do a pillow in that. It was lots of fun. My Son of a Nutcracker shawl. slow and steady on this one, but look, the ball is getting squishy. So, we're making some progress on here. I did move my stitch marker so I can show you how much I did knit on this week. Not as much as last week, but the rows are getting a little bit longer all the time, so it will not look like it's growing as fast. But there is my stitch marker. So I got a little bit of height, a little bit of width on here. I think the colors are still knitting up really nice. So this is Son of a Nutcracker sock weight yarn from Leo and Roxy. It was a Christmas colorway a number of years ago, a couple, I don't know, 3, I don't know, a little while ago. But it is just so fun. I mean, it really does, it looks like candy canes to me, but the name of the yarn is pretty fun. So, did I see, Sam has 54 dishcloths. Oh my gosh, Sam. I know, incredible. You've hit that over 52 for the year in April. So this is just one I'm just going to keep plugging away on. It's a great, Netflix watching kind of thing. Yeah, once I get a little bit more done on this, we'll have to maybe find some yarn for another one and get that kind of lined up so I have my next one ready to go on the needles, because you always have to have one. I know I'm not quite there on this one, but I'm just getting ready. What else did I do? I worked on my sock. So this one here, I started, I think the last weekend in March. Oh no, it was like the second week of March. Anyways, it's on the whiteboard. I managed to get the heel flap knit. I was going to turn the heel last night, but I was too tired. And we all know what happens when you're knitting and you're that tired. It's not a good idea, right? So I um I just did the heel flap. So I'm gonna turn the heel. I can do that tonight and then pick up stitches and then just ready to zip along. So that is done. This is a Regia yarn. I don't know, there's no name. It's just numbers, but it's really, really pretty. The yarn came from London Yarns. But I really like this peachy color, how it has just the faintest little bit of blue, light blue in there. So fun. And I'm guessing these dings are Sam sending me pictures of dishcloths. So there we go. So this is done. It was fun. I taught a sock knitting class, 2 out of 3 sock knitting classes. So we did the heel this past Saturday at the Thoughtful Artisan, and that was really fun. Seeing people, knitters who have tried socks in the past, and they come to class and they're like, I just can't get the heel. Like, they're just like so worried that the heel is going to be so hard. And I'm like, it is not. We just need to work through it once. And then of course everybody left and they had their heel turned, their gusset stitches picked up and starting to decrease away. And it just makes me so happy when people are like, huh, that was not as hard as I had thought. And it's like, yes, we've made new sock knitters. So, well, maybe I shouldn't. We'll see. We'll see when they come back next week, but I'm sure they will be, you know, they should have the foot done. And not a contest, just a statement, Liz. Is that about about Sam's dishcloths? It's gonna be fun to see. Oh, the pooling changes. Yes. Hi, Sherry. Sam, that's amazing. 54. Good, good, good. Oh, the name. Oh, is that the son of a nutcracker? I know, right? I love it too. It's probably how I ended up buying it. Anyways, what else? I worked on this one as well. So this here, do you guys remember this just from the yarn? This is some loops and threads. Oh my gosh, look at this ball. This one's really, well, no, not really. There's still quite a bit here, but it's it's getting smaller. That's what I wanna say. It's like the center of the ball is disappearing because that's all squishy. So, loops and threads, impeccable. True gray is this colorway. Yes, true gray. So it's just a nice medium gray, light gray, I would say. Well, I don't know. No, we'll go medium. And true gray. I think that really suits it. When you think of gray, this is the color you think of. So 100% acrylic. This is the Murphy shawl that was just cast on a couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I don't know. The weeks are piling up here on us already. So it is coming along. It is again, I kind of go between Son of a Nutcracker and the Murphy shawl. And here it is. Now, this one here, I can't say too much about this one because this one was a paid pattern. This is the one that's color blocked, and you knit 2 triangles, and then you cast off some stitches and you Kitchener stitch some. It's like very, very smart. A great construction. So this one here, I'm liking it. If I was to, well, I don't know. It's looking all right. You increase right on the very edge stitch, which I typically don't do. I usually always like to move them in, but it's actually looking okay. So I am. So overall, I'm really happy with this. Again, it's just garter stitch. I have got a stitch marker on here. So what I think that's must be, whoops, where's my owl? There it is. That's how much I did this week. Yes, I think that's how much I've done. I don't think I moved it. Anyways, I'm gonna move it up now because I just put the stitch marker on there so I know what side I'm putting my increases on. But again, it's just another fun garter stitch project. I haven't totally decided what my second color is gonna be. It might be that dark green. That's what we were talking about last week, so that is a good contender. Or I don't know. My first thought was to go black. I don't have any black, but I could just zip to Michael's and I can pick up 2 balls because I think that's what I'm gonna need. And I might just go gray and black. But if I like this the way I think I will, this would be something that would be another fun one to knit up quite a few times in the year, either just to have them in different colors or to knit them and gift them to people. We'll see. But that is my what I'm thinking of already is that I'm already kind of planning another one. So we'll see. Once I get it all done, and I will show it, I'll model it, and then we'll see what everybody thinks, if it's worthy of it being one of those patterns that you knit more than once. All right, you guys, Sam has sent some pictures. Ooh, okay. This is an exciting picture, you guys. So Sam is learning how to double knit, and she is just starting her very first, like, real pattern. And there's you can start to see that's a oh, I almost said it. This is the one that Jocelyn's gonna like. Sam wants me to tell you what it is, Jocelyn, I'm gonna make you wait in suspense. Looks great. Sam, that's amazing. You're doing wonderful. What else? Crochet. We had our crochet Zoom call yesterday, and we had a fair number of people. There was a few people that couldn't make it just because Sunday morning doesn't work for everybody, but that's just when it fit into the calendar this time. The next call is going to be a Saturday. Let me look. April, oh, it's May. Oh, it's my birthday weekend, isn't it? Is that what we decided? Yes, May 3rd. May 3rd? Yes. Crochet, 12. Okay. Crochet is 12 noon Eastern Standard Time is going to be our next Zoom call. So it's a Saturday at noon Eastern Time. So hopefully, Diane, good job, Diane remembers these things. Diane 3rd. I know, Diane, too, you missed it. That's unfortunate. That's okay. I know it was, we're not gonna catch everybody every single time, so we're just gonna kinda try to switch up between Saturday, Sunday, mornings, afternoons, and hopefully we can catch as many people as we can. And then with summer coming up, that's always gonna be tricky too because people are gonna be on vacation in the nice weather. So, you know what? You just make it when you can make it. But we had a nice sized group. It was more people than I thought. Because a few people had, as soon as I sent out the Zoom link, they said, "Oh, sorry, got other plans, not gonna be here." And so, anyways, but we had a great call and it was so fun to see people's crochet. Jocelyn is like going gangbusters on her blanket, has all kinds of squares done. It's like super huge. Jocelyn doesn't want to know how many squares, but she's over. Susanna did the math. And what was it? 254 squares, something like that. 245, 254, something like that. So a lot. So you're getting close. Jocelyn's getting close. I think there's still quite a bit to go, but she's definitely getting close. Dawn and Diane are like making up all kinds of squares. They both started a different blanket pattern. Nikki went through all of the crocheted fruits and things that she had done for Marvel for the Hungry Caterpillar, strawberries, oranges, plums, a sausage, an apple, a cake, a watermelon. Oh my gosh, I can't remember them all, but they were all so cute. And let's see who I'm not oh my gosh, I can't remember. I can't Wanda and Tanya. Um okay, I can't try to remember everybody because I know I'm going to forget somebody and I don't want to um forget. Oh my gosh, and the pickle, the winning pickle from the Fiber Friends. That's right. Yes, there was a lot. It was great. So we had a lot of fun, but there was also as many people that were doing super good and keeping up. And I know Carol, I think you're keeping up really well. Susie, you couldn't make it, but you had posted a picture in the Fiber Friends group of your Afghan, and it is looking amazing. And then there was a few of us who, over the last month, have gotten distracted by other projects, and that is okay. So, I did my chicken, of course, which is she's sitting up here now. Still, my goodness, I still haven't stopped closed. I need to just sit and stitch her up back here. But anyways, she is all done. So really, this was the only crocheting that I did last month. I might have done I might have maybe done 1 or 2 plain granny squares. I honestly can't remember. But I'm set for this month. I am feeling more back crochet focused here. I need to change my bag. I can't well, other than it there is snow on the ground. It snowed this afternoon like crazy, like snowstorm heavy crazy here today. Ridiculous. I mean, it is spring in Canada, so yes, of course, this is what we get, but still, anytime now, this could be the last snowfall, and I would be happy, but I don't think it's gonna be. So maybe I am still correct in using my mitten because I could have really have used mittens on today. The wind was bitterly cold and super windy. But anyway, I have got a bag full of part balls that I'm gonna keep crocheting. So I'm ready to go. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to switch my bag up into something that is spring flowers. Maybe I'm just holding winter here by keep using a mitten bag. That could be. That sounds very reasonable. I think I better go find it. Another project bag. Um, okay, I'm just checking the comments here. Yes, I watched the final Fiber Friends and I won. Yes, that's right. You did win because of the pickle. I know. But now look at what I have, you guys. I'm going to show you this. And so I am ready to crochet up a storm. So I think this is the same size. We were chatting um yesterday about people's crochet boards and how large they are, and I think mine is the 13 by 13 as well. And this is the stand that it comes on. And so you can put your little pegs. Pegs, is that what we want to call them? The metal rods in here, so they have a spot to so you don't lose them, I'm guessing is the whole plan for that. And mine, now, I don't know if I would ever worry about this, but mine has hinges on the back and a little hooky thing. So it can fold in half, I suppose. I don't know. Who needs to transport this? I guess maybe you might. I plan on finding it a home, and it's going to sit here and hold my squares. So I'm going to start crocheting tonight, and then I'm going to put them on here so that when we do our next Zoom call, I'm just going to have all of mine here, and they're going to look pretty, just like the way so many of you guys have yours all displayed. I am going to jump on that too. Now, I don't know where it's going to fit. It's not going to fit where I thought it was going to fit. Okay. I have to find another spot for it, but it'll be fine, and I'm gonna start filling it up. So I think tonight I'm gonna do another one of the squares from the 365 days, and then I'm just gonna kind of fill in with just some plain granny squares and just work my way. And we'll see. But next Zoom call, May 3rd, I'm gonna have some really pretty crocheted squares to show off. So I will also show them here on Monday nights right at the end. And yeah, well, anyways, we will see. That is the plan. So let's see how well that works out. I'm gonna try and just set this there. I'm gonna set that right there. So I'm ready to crochet. I'm excited. I do have to find another hook. Scarlett was running around with my crochet hook yesterday, safely running around, and I'm not sure where she put it. So I'm sure I will find it somewhere. But until then, tonight I'm gonna have to find another one. If I'm gonna do a little look around and see if I can find where she um has stuck it between the cushions somewhere or something, I'm sure. But anyways, I will find, and then I'm gonna carry on. So what do we have going on? The Fiber Friends, it is sock month. Oh, I worked on another sock, you guys. My pink sock. Okay, the pink sock that is supposed to be secret knitting with Jocelyn and I, because it's one of the ones up here at the top of my whiteboard. We were talking about it Friday night. So just so you know, Jocelyn, I have pulled it out and I have started working on it. So I know I'm not supposed to give any hints away, but I have pulled it out because, I mean, I've started to work on it because I know my sock knitting, I struggle with getting socks finished. So, and I really want to wear these because our next check-in with Jocelyn is like my birthday weekend, the beginning of May, and I really would like to have them done so I can wear them. There was some talk. Oh, Nancy. There was some talk about me wearing them at the beach. I mean, that might have been all me, but, um, I always like the idea of going to the beach on my birthday. Some years it can be lovely, some years you need a winter coat. Some years you might need hand knit socks, some years you do not. So who knows what this year is gonna be like, but I just give you a heads up, Jocelyn. I am going to give this one my best effort to get these ones done. So we'll see. Oh, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. You looked up my yarn. My Regia yarn is called Tomorrowland. What? Why do they not put that on the ball band? This one here is called Tomorrowland. I love that. Okay, you guys, please tell me I'm not the only one, but now that I know this Sharon has a super cute name, like, I immediately had this little thought. It's like, "Oh, I need to knit this." It's like when it's just number f I don't know, making up something like 42396, there's no emotional connection to that. Why do I have an emotional connection to Tomorrowland? I do not know, but it just sounds enchanting. I don't know, Tomorrowland. I like it. So, they need to put these things on the ball bands, I'm telling you. Um, oh, Nancy, you ordered some too. We're gonna have matching socks. Yay. I love see, they put things like that on the website, right? But on the ball band, it's not there. And I think they really need to. Anyways, hi Jen. Oh my gosh, Sock Madness. Really? You just completed round 3 of Sock Madness socks. Louise, you need to open the sock thread. Oh crap. Okay. You're right. I do. You're right. I had meant okay. Yes. I will do that. Um, oh, Mary, if for some reason I name mine Cars. Okay, why is that? Um, what's your car's name? Okay, you name your cars. People do that, right? People do that. I have never named my cars. People name their spinning wheels and their spindles. And I would like to do that. I keep looking at my spinning wheel and I'm like, are you an Emma? Are you, I don't know what other name? Ellie? I don't know why I was stuck on E's. I'm like, "Okay, you have to be a girl's name," but I'm like, "I don't know. I can't come up with a name for my spindle when I bought my big supported spindle. The girl that made it, that's what she said, like, I think she said, like, you have to go home and you have to use her, get familiar with her, and then you have to give her a name, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't come up with names for my spindles or my wheels. And I really, really want to. I don't know, maybe it just the right name hasn't came to me. Now that I've said it out loud, maybe the next time I sit down to spin, it'll just come to me. Maybe that's it. Did I tell you guys that I signed up for a spinning seminar the first weekend in June? Yes, I did with 3 other spinning friends, and it is going to be so fun. I'm taking 2 classes, like a this is a little bit backwards, but it's just the way the classes were offered. The morning class is learning to spin milkweed, which I think is other natural fibers as well, but the emphasis is on milkweed, which I'm super excited about. And we're lucky enough that the woman that is teaching the class is actually from here in London, and in she talked about it at the guild meeting that I saw, the very first guild meeting I went to for our spinners and weavers group. And when she was talking about spinning milkweed, I'm like, I have found my people. I need to join this group. So she is doing a class at the seminar weekend. So I signed up for that, but I feel it's a little like a brand new spinner. And I'm like starting off the weekend workshop by learning to spin milkweed. Then the afternoon, I'm taking kind of like a beginner spinning class where they're gonna talk about woolen and worsted and something else. There was a third one that I can't even remember because 'cause I'd never heard of it before. So, I feel like I maybe should learn how to spin wool and then go to milkweed, but I don't we'll see how it's gonna be fun, though. We're going to have a lot of fun away. 4 of us are gonna all share a room. Like, it's gonna be a girls' weekend. We get to spin, we get to knit. It's just gonna be fun. And there's gonna be vendors. Then there's gonna be vendors, which is a good bad problem because there's some I saw a couple vendors I knew of. 2 are hand dyers that come to some of our other yarn events, so they're gonna be there, and then, of course, there's farms there that are gonna be selling fiber, which is what I really want to focus on and come home with. So, and oh, I have it here. I haven't shown this to anybody yet. Sorry for reaching in front of the camera. Feel like being a child and, like, reaching across the dinner table. Should be some rules about reaching in front of a camera on Zoom calls and lives. But look at this. This was important to reach for. This is my first plied yarn on a wheel. I have only when all my years of trying to spin on a spindle, I have spun on the spindle once. I spun enough to ply, and I just got enough to do a hat. The hat was a little short, but I used every inch of my hand spun yarn on a spindle. This is my first yarn that I have spun on the wheel. I filled 3 bobbins, and then I plied it so it's 2 plied, and I think it is absolutely fantastic. It is, of course, not look, there's like a really big thick section there. It is not perfect at all. It is very okay, ooh, that's really bad. I mean, some of this though, like this stuff here, I mean, some of this was my very, very first stuff that I was spinning, and when I first started, let me tell you, I was having so much trouble, but I figure it took me 10 hours. Yay, thank you, Nikki. I know, it is absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna dye this and I'm gonna make it I don't know, well, I don't know, part of me wants to knit it, and then the other part's like, "Maybe I should just keep this and admire it for being so beautiful." Um, but some of this I remember at one point when I was spinning, there's 3 other ladies, there's 4 of us that we get together every other week and we spin, and the first couple of afternoons we got together, I spent absolutely nothing because I could not get my wheel to work. I was breaking the fiber like literally every 30 seconds, maybe every 10. I figured out how to like use the um orifice hook, is that what it's called? And like grab my fleece and pull it through the whirl? Oh my gosh, no, I don't think that's right. I need to learn some spinning technology here. Anyways, there was a couple of times that I was just like, "I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna sit here and eat cookies while everybody else spins," and then I would try again. And I figured it would took me about 10 hours. Maybe that was 5 afternoons, 2 hours each, and all of a sudden, I got it. And somewhere and then all of a sudden now I can spin and I don't break the fleece at all unless I, like, actually want to do it and rejoin it easy peasy. Let me tell you, it is like literally like a light switch. All of a sudden it flips and it's like, "Okay, I can treadle, I can draft," and all of a sudden it's like that muscle memory kicks in and you're like, "I can do this. I can do this and talk. I can draft and I'm not even paying attention to my foot treadling." It's like a light bulb moment. So, some of this was spun in those beginning 10 hours when I was really, really struggling, and I remember at one point, I was spinning, and Renee looked over and she's like, "Louise," because the yarn was probably big around as my finger, and I was just mostly feeding in fleece that wasn't really spun, and she's like, that's not really," and I'm like and she's like, "You need to stop it." I'm like, "Oh gosh, no. I am not stopping this. I just got this baby going. I don't care what it looks like. I am just gonna keep drafting and just feeding this fiber in there." And at some point when the fiber breaks, I will stop, regroup, and start again, but good heavens, stop on purpose? Was not gonna happen. So, anyways, so there was a lot of fun memories in here, and but spun it, and it is real yarn, and we actually got together this last Friday, and I spun again. In 2 hours, I filled a whole bobbin. So, because there was no starting and stopping, I just sat and I spun and spun and spun and spun, and it is the most amazing thing. So, there's gonna be some more chatting about spinning coming up, you guys, because I think I have found my thing. Weaving, I've got a new loom that I haven't even played with yet, so at some point we'll chat about that as well. Um, so we'll at some point when I play with that, I will show that to you too. So I'm just gonna look at some comments here. The summoner sounds fun. I know, Susie. I'm like so excited. It will be, yeah, it's gonna be great. A girl's weekend away with shopping and spinning and knitting, like it's gonna be the best thing. Oh, okay, Nikki says, "I agree. I once bought yarn called" what is that? Alien Splatter, and then I bought a wish pad the wish pad by Joji, and I now call that sweater Wish for Alien Splatter. Okay, see, I know the names make a difference, right? Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin, I like that. It's for, like is that a name for, like, my wheel? I like that. Rapunzel. Um Okay. Oh, I named my Nano Ursula and my floor wheel. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin and my drop spindle I have not named yet. Okay, Nikki. Louise, I did do color change right on. It looks like it's Sam. I think so. The spinning looks fantastic. Thanks, Susie. Nicole, that's awesome. Thank you. Mary, beautiful. So pretty, Nancy. Thank you, guys. Um, I'd keep to 10 to 20 grams and then knit the red. Oh, there, okay, so that's a good idea. So I can keep just a little sample, so I'm not wasting my whole entire skein. You're right. I could that's a good idea. Just keep a little mini skein and then knit the rest. I like that. I could do that. Oh, Nikki says, "As we speak, I'm knitting a weekender light in hand spun." That's nice. I that will be another big milestone moment when I can knit a sweater out of hand spun. I have that whole fleece that I bought at Woolstock in October that I was advised to wait until the nice weather so I could wash it one more time and then lay it outside to dry. So it would dry fairly quickly once it was warm outside. So that's what I've waited. So this like really this is what I wanted this for was I didn't want to use that fleece, the whole half a fleece that I have. And I didn't want it to be my first skein, right? That's this here was sacrificed. Actually, no, it's not sacrificed. This has got the honor of being my very first skein. But I didn't want to do that with the one that I want to make this really big shawl out of. I'm hoping it'll be really big. I guess I'll see how much yarn I get out of it. Anyways, also diet and oh, Nikki said yes, also diet and knit it. If you do a multicolor, you could use that to do a cowl. If you don't mind it all being one variegated okay, that's a good idea too. Did that with some hand spun, it worked really well. That's great. Thick and thin yarn, you pay extra for that. I know all of a sudden Nicole, um, I know there's actually a course in the seminar that is to learn how to make art yarn, and I'm like, "I've got that figured out." But I know apparently everybody says, like, because when you start out spinning, it's thick, it's thin, it's like all these things, and it is very art yarnish. But then apparently once you get your spinning down pat where you can be consistent, then it's hard to go back to doing the art yarn, which I'm still finding that a little hard to believe, but I can see like once you get one thing down to do something else is hard sometimes. That's right. Oh, what's your knitting question, Sam? I'll look at the picture again later, but I think it looked fine to me. Carry on. You're doing great. So, anyways, that is my spinning journey, and there'll be some more of it. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Um, Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm very proud of this skein made on my wheel. All right, everybody. Well, we are at 9 o'clock now. I'm gonna do some looking for the cardigan yarn now. And then I am going to cast on and see how it goes. Do a little gauge swatch. I'm gonna go buy the pattern, read through it, see what it says. I'm gonna find some needles. I'm gonna find some yarn. We'll do a gauge swatch, and then we're gonna cast on. And then next Monday, we will see where I am at with that. And then we'll do some more updates. May have a crocheted square or two to show you. May have a little spinning, maybe not. Maybe that may be in a couple weeks. So, everybody, have a great week. I hope you had a great start to your Monday. Thanks to everybody who voted. Thanks to everybody who watches the live and chats in the comments. And I hope you guys are getting lots of knitting done while you're just sitting there watching and visiting with everybody. It's a great way to start your Monday off. So there'll be no there's no live on Friday night because Jocelyn and I were just live last Friday night. So this Friday is a week off. So I will see you all Saturday with Cheryl on the Fiber Friends podcast. And then we'll be back here on Monday. I'm gonna really try. I would like to get I don't know. Um I'd like to have another finish for next week. We'll see. I'm gonna try hard. So join me next Monday to see if I get a finish or how close I end up getting. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Sam says, is every square you do count as 2 stitches? Yes, it does. Yep. Just keep doing what you're doing. You got it, Sam. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Have a great Monday. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.